Hey again, let's get started step by step to do the CoreML for machine learning for vision. So to get started, first of all, I have to import here for the CoreML, and also I need to import the vision part from this library. So vision and CoreML. So now to get started, I just define function. I would do it as a function, so you will be using it in other place. I said machine learning, so picture identify machine learning, and this one should take image as an input, should be part of UI image. So just suppose this one taking UI image as an input and start processing it. So suppose this function will be get called from where? From here. I don't know why the first character is capital. So just do picture identify, not perform, picture identifier. So picture identifier will take this one as an input, and because I needed to have it as an image, so I just open a bracket, I added all the object, then I add this sign so to read the value. So now I want to process the image. So to process the image, there's number of steps. First of all, I have to get the model. So I say just grant. This is a new definition from the Swift. So you give a condition. If he success the condition, he will do the process. If he not in the success to the condition, he will go to this part of the code. So my condition, I want to define model, and this model will be equal to the I'm trying to get the model, which is NVA core model. Then this one should be for the library, which is recn15.model. You know that recn15 have a model, which is this one. If you just go to this one, this part of the code, so recn15s have this one, and just to get this model. This is the way of define to access to that model. So I'm trying to access to that model. If he success, he's fine. If he not, I want to give an error. I say fatal error. Give me error if he doesn't success. Tell me, for example, cannot load the ML model. Okay, so this is the idea of using grad. So grad, you try to do something. If he be able, that's fine, you go to the next. If he not, he will go to this error. So next step is just define my request. I say, hey, let let the request will be equal to the VN core request. This one should take a model as input, and which should be same this model, and try to do something. So I would try to do it in this way, but there's two things you have to do. Either he do wake for the self, or he give me error message. Okay, so this is two things he may do it for me. So make sure then say in the thing that I want to do. So after anything you write, it should be the code that you wanted to run. So let me suppose first of all just checking for the error, try to see if there is error or not. I say, hey, weak self, for sure should be weak, should be self, should be request. In this way, define it as the input parameter, the request or the error. So if I want to check if he be able to load or not, so I say, hey, grant, the grant that I have it should be said, for example, let the results in this way will be equal to the request dot results. Whatever results you have it there should be converted to the type of the VN classification observation, this one. And also I define another parameter. I say let the first result, I'm just getting first result in the object, which will be equal to the whatever you have it in the results, whatever you have it in this one, in this object, whatever you have it in the result dot the first element. It's just I'm getting only the first one. If he succeeds, that's fine. If he not, I have to go to the error here and tell me what the error. For example, I say fatal error, cannot get result from VL core request. So say, hey, cannot get result from this library, which is via cover request. So this is just library. If he was success, that's that, but that's mean he was able to gather that from that library. I have to process this data, so I have to do self dot what dot li dot show dot text. I display text in it, but because here I'm doing a thread internally, so this code have to be inside the dispatcher queue. So I have to add dispatcher queue dot main dot async. So I could call that code. Then I say, hey, how much I'm confident. So I say I'm confidence will be equal to this bracket. Then I say inside it should be an integer for the whatever first result I'm confident dot a confidence multiplied by 100. This is like how much I'm confident this object is that one. And also I'll give it another percent. So say hey, percent I'm confident 70%. And the second one I say identifier, that's what the object name. The identifier should be equal to the an identifier will be equal, make sure to add slash in here before, so he will do it in the different line, and here I do slash open bracket close it, and inside it two bracket, because here I need to do first result again, which is this one, first result dot the identifier, so just getting the identifier from it. So here is the part of saying, hey, he was able to analyze the image, this is the confidence of that image, this is the identifier. So this is just part for the request, but now I have to send the image to start processing it. So to send image, I say, hey, I have grade GA. So on the Swift definition, the grade should be getting image. I say let's CI image, because the image I have it as an MG view, so I need to convert it to CI image. So CI image will be equal to the CI image. Will take image as the input, which is whatever I have it as the input here. So just taking this image, convert it to the CI image. If he was able, was if he wasn't, he have to say, hey, I cannot convert, say cannot convert to CI image. So now I'm getting the image, convert to CI image, just perform the request. So I say let image handler will be equal to the VN image request handler CI image, then saying which will be equal to CI image. Then bam, just perform. I say hey, dispatcher queue this one, dispatcher queue dot global dot async. I don't know why sometimes they add here QoS for dot user interactive. That means user doing interactive with the device. So here, because I'm doing the work here, I want to do it as a thread. I don't want it to do it directly, because will take time. So I do it in the thread, so the application will not be blocked. So I say please try to do this code. If you success, that's fine. If you don't, you please catch the error and print that error for me. So print, tell me what the error you have. It should be the error in this way. So if I want what I want to try to do, I want to try to do image handler dot perform what? Perform, he say you need a bracket, perform the request. So think about it in this way. You have image, first you take the image, convert it to the CI image. You define your handler, then you send your image inside the thread, you call the image, send it to perform the request. He will go here to the request, he send the request to the CoreML, getting the data. If he doesn't get data, he'll tell you, hey, I'm not able to get data. If he was able to get data, he will show you the results here, and bam, you should be all set. So let me run it and see. Okay, so now just taking picture for whatever object that I want to take to. So So here I would select you take the picture, use it. So he will take some time. He tell me what? See, he tell me, hey, I'm confident 97% this identifier will be a wallet. That is amazing. So let's go to the next step.